All right, so I sort of ran out of time in the last one, so I had to rush the end a little bit. But one thing that I forgot to do was actually set these to be the obstacle type. So we're going to add that sprite kind dot obstacle like this. And now it's going to be totally just stuck. The ball's going to be kind of screwed over. So remember the ball starts up here. So I actually want to make sure that this one is never occupied. So I'm going to say, and this is the 0, 0 position. So this is 0, 0. This is, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. So I'm going to say if I equals 0 and j equals 0, we're going to do something called continue, which is it just means it's going to go back to the beginning of this loop. And that's going to allow our ball to kind of sit here, and it's just going to bounce around in here because it's hitting all these boundaries over here. So that's working as intended, which is fantastic. It's not ever leaving this area, which is cool. But now I want to kind of create randomness with how I space out the other blocks. So what I'm going to do is we'll create, let's say we want to do it like a 50-50 chance of these blocks showing up. Well, what I would do in that case is I would have another one of these if statements, and we'll say if, and we'll say rand int 0, 1 equals 0. Then we're going to do all this stuff here. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's say if not equals 0 so that I don't have to wrap everything, and we'll just say continue. Now we should have like a 50-50 chance here. Now you see it's kind of scattered about 50-50. That's still too many blocks for me because the ball cannot really escape. So instead of 50-50, what if I want it to be like 1 out of every 5 blocks? Well, let's do 0, 5. Actually, that would be 0, 4 for 1 out of 5. And look at that, it's kind of going to bounce around. And interesting, it actually is getting trapped here. So it's sort of scattering around here. Boom. Nice, boom. Very cool. Bouncing off everything. Nicely done. If we do it again, here it goes again. But it is kind of getting trapped a little bit here. Let me even reduce it more. Let's say like a 10 or something like that. Here we go. Now we only get a few blocks, and this is kind of what I want. I just want it to be a few, so it's sort of scattering about in different ways. Now, if I were doing this in a slightly better way, I would randomly place these blocks, but I wanted to place them procedurally so that you might get an idea. If you have a project coming up that involves creating a brick breaker, this might be very helpful for you. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next project, which is also going to be helping with the brick breaker project. So we actually have 2 sample projects to help us with our one final project here.